All right, late night call, last diagnosis for the day. This is my third and last one. This is a 2013 Subaru Impreza. This is the GJ model, and it has got the FB16 engine, naturally aspirated. Complaint with this is when you are coming off from a stop, it stumbles. When you're trying to overtake, it stumbles. Basically, when you give it some gas and demand immediate response, it stumbles, and it can be dangerous, especially trying to overtake. This lady does a lot of long distance driving, so that is an issue we need to address. I took it out on a test drive and I did verify the complaint, and what I found was I can actually duplicate it by sitting right here and putting it in gear and loading it. So let's start it first. So right now we are in park. Reduce that light. So right now we're in park. I'm going to put it in reverse, and the handbrake is up. It holds well. Now I'm going to load it in reverse, and I don't know if you can pick that up. It's actually stumbling and misfiring. It's a fish bite misfire, and it pulls power momentarily. The tach may not show that. Oh, right there. Okay. So I pressed the accelerator and it had a problem accelerating. Okay. So what I want to do is to show you how quick a diagnosis can be if you have the right tools and you have the required knowledge to use those tools. This diagnosis literally took me 10 minutes. 10 minutes, guys, and 16,500 shillings is in my pocket already. So let's go to the wiring diagram and I'll show you the strategy I used, and I took one capture and I found the problem. So here we're in the wiring diagram. Now I wanted to see what we are missing when we have this stumble. Are we missing injection or are we missing ignition? And if we are, what is causing it? So I want to see all injectors. So let's go to the page with the injectors, and here it is. So these share a common power feed, and they go through the famous bulkhead for Subaru and go to the ECM. And on the bulkhead, it's pin 51, 52, 53, and 54. So my strategy is to view all of them. I'm going to take all these wires and loop them into one current clamp and put that on channel A. That will show me all injector currents. Then next, we look for the coils. And here are the ignition coils. And my ignition coils again share a common power feed, and that common power feed comes through this bulkhead connector on pin 49. So I'll put a current clamp around this wire and it should show me all injector currents as they fire. And then I want a sync. So on coil number 1, I will take a sync on pin 9. This is the control for coil number 1, and that will show me every time coil number 1 fires. And if there's a problem with the injectors or the coils, I can be able to trace from there. Very good. Let's go to the front of the car and I will show you my connections. All right, here we are at the front, and we've got channel A, one current clamp on all injector control lines, and that will be on channel A. Channel B is the coil power feed, and that's just that wire that feeds all the coils. And then channel C, we have coil control for coil number 1. Let's go back in and we put on the scope. Okay, there's my scope connected and we are ready to roll. Start up the scope and let's come here to the car. We're going to put it on. So right now, as we are running, we do not have an issue with our coils or our injectors. Everything is smooth. I feel no misfire, nothing. Now I'm going to put it in reverse. Okay, we're in reverse, still smooth. And let me load. There we go. Let me pause that and let's analyze that before we continue. Now check this out. There's some interference here. If I open this up, look at this. Check out this coil. This coil is firing, but when it fires, there's some interference within the coil itself that does this. And if you notice, there is no large spark output line. This spark is disintegrating right inside the coil and it's affecting the circuitry of that coil. Same thing happened here, and this is the same time that I felt the misfire. So this is not the only coil that's doing this. This coil here does the same thing, so I want to get it to act up as well. Let's start it again and we come back. We're still in reverse. When this car is hot, it actually stumbles right without me even giving it gas, just by putting it in reverse. There we go, we've got a nice misfire there. And let's view this. Check this out. Same coil. Okay, same coil is misbehaving. All right, let's do that one more time, and I want to get it to really misfire. Right there, that's a good one. Let me put off this. Okay, let's analyze this and check this out. So this coil is breaking down. This is the one we've been seeing, and this is the one I was telling you is also doing it. This one. So this coil is breaking down. This coil is breaking down. This one and this one are always good. So this is done. We need 2 ignition coils and let's ID them. All right, here is the firing order of the FB16 and FB20 engine. Firing order is 1, 3, 2, 4, and here they are. So 1, 3, 2, 4. So if you go back to our capture, this is 1, this is 3, so this is 4. So cylinder number 3 and 4 have an issue with the coil. So we're going to replace coil number 3 and coil number 4, and this should be done. That's it. Another one for the books. Very quick diagnosis. Literally took me 10 minutes and money is in my pocket. If you do this correctly, it's a very lucrative job and it's very satisfying as well. Alright, we're here a couple of weeks later after Christmas. So these are the 2 new coils. This is the one I've just pulled out of this side. So it was coil number 3 and coil number 4. So it's the 2 back coils that I'm changing. So I'm changing this side. I took out the spark plug to double check it, and the spark plug is fine. You always want to check the plug because a lot of people run bad plugs and those bad plugs end up damaging coils. Now that I've seen that the plug is original and it is the correct one, I am worried about the other 2 coils. So we're going to change this too, confirm our tests that the issue has gone, and then I'm going to warn the customer that these have just gone out because of age. So the other 2 then are not too far behind. So I'm going to advise her she needs to change the other 2 coils. But for now, let me just put this 2 in, and then I don't have time to take the capture again, but I'm just going to sit on the driver's seat and make sure that when we do a brake torque that our hesitation is gone. Alright, just put them in, and as fate would have it, the rear ones are the hardest to get to. So 1 new coil that side, 1 new coil down there. Now these new coils for Subaru, the connector is very, very hard to get in. It takes a lot of pressure to push it in so that it latches on. You need to really press it and lean in there with a lot of strength. You'll feel like you're going to break the coil, but after some time you'll just feel it latch. It's the only way to do it. I think they were trying to correct the other style connectors which were breaking the tabs off, but now this one, they've gone way too far on where they've put the location of the tab. It's too far back. Maybe they wanted to get it secure, I don't know, but for the amount of force you'll put in there, it's easy to damage the connector for the coil. So let's go start the car. Alright, just to give you an idea of how long these coils last, those are the original Subaru coils I've taken out, and we are at 179.83. So for those of you with FB20 engines, when you get around 150,000, plan yourselves, man. Oh, we got a check engine light. Oh, she told me we got a check engine light. Okay, I'll look at that. So let's quickly do our brake torque. So in reverse. Beautiful. Nice and steady. Remember, you don't want to do that for more than 5 seconds. You're going to burn up your transmission. In drive, loaded, excellent. No hiccup, nothing. That was a sure thing with the previous coils. Let's do it one more time in reverse. Watch the tack. Nice and smooth. And in drive, again, watch that tack. Very good. Now let's put a scan on this, see what the check engine light is about. Alright, let's do a quick check of our codes here. Alright, there were codes. I was expecting the cylinder 4 misfire and cylinder 3 misfire. Uh-oh. You see what I was telling you guys? See, that's cylinder 2 misfire. So these coils are a very tight tolerance. When you see one go out, really others are not too far behind. I did tell her that she should buy all 4, but they're expensive, so she wanted to only buy 2. But as you can see, cylinder 2 coil is beginning to do the same thing, and this I don't like. System 2 rich. So let's look at our freeze frame data for that one. Oh, we don't have a freeze frame. Let's just quickly check our fuel trims. Alright, just checking our fuel trims here, and my goodness, look at that. AF learning negative 27.9%. This is your long term. AF correction, that's your short term, negative 10%. This system is running rich, very, very rich. So this is another problem. I will have to tell her about this. This is a separate issue, and she'll need to authorize another diagnostic charge for this. Well, that's it, at least for the coils. Put them in, they're working, but she needs 2 more coils, and then we need to figure out what's up with this rich condition. All right, there we go. Until next time. All right, here's my data selection. Mass airflow. Let me just pull that down there. So we've got a mass airflow, engine coolant temperature. So we are at operating temperature, and we are at good idle. And right now, the computer is commanding an air-fuel ratio of 0.996, basically stoichiometric, 14:1 ratio. Our intake manifold absolute temperature is pressure is good at 28-29 kPa. That's good. Our long short term, they're both very, very rich. Guys, what is wrong with this engine? I will tell you. This is the problem. This is a 1.6 liter engine. At operating temperature, at hot idle, there is no way a 1.6 liter engine will pull 3 to 4 grams per second. This mass airflow is rubbish. It is over-reporting, and it is giving a false correction. And how you can tell is we're taking away a lot of fuel, but look at our downstream oxygen sensor. We are completely pegged lean. So this should tell you that this rich condition is false. We are completely lean because in actuality too much fuel is being taken away. So I'm not going to pay any attention to that cylinder 2 misfire for now. It could be just that it's being leaned out so much that it's misfiring, or it could be the number 2 coil. You never know. But for now, she needs to change this mass airflow sensor. Now, let me show you something I have noticed about this mass airflow sensor. I need you to remember the video that I've just done, the Toyota, the one which had an over-reporting mass airflow sensor. Look at this. This is the mass airflow sensor for this car. What do you notice? This is the same style mass airflow sensor as it was on that Toyota. I'm beginning to suspect these newer Denso mass airflow sensors, they're not made very well. So everybody right now is cutting corners in the way they're making parts, including the OEMs, including the Japanese. Denso, you are not making good mass airflow sensors. Those large boxy style mass airflow sensors, you know, the type that Denso used to make for Toyota, those last forever. I mean, I hardly ever see those go bad. If anything, they get dirty and they underreport. You spritz a little bit of the good stuff, clean it nicely, put it back in, it's back in business. But these newer ones, I don't like this. Well, that's it. This is your Subaru Impreza 2013, and we had 2 bad coils. 2 coils are suspected also to go out in the near future. Right now they are okay, and Now we have an over-reporting mass airflow. Free dag for the lady. We don't have to make money all the time, do we? This was a quick one, well within my repair time, and she's a nice client. And with nice clients, I'm also nice to them. So, this is K Mechanics signing off again. Until next time, another one for the books. See you. Alright, just a quick bonus footage here. I want to see if I can tap this thing and see if it'll change. Did you see that? Look at that. Oh wow, check that out. So just played around with that. Now we're reducing it. Look at those fuel trims, they're beginning to correct. So just like the Toyota one, remember I just wiggled the connector a bit and it started responding. Well, this one I've done the same thing and it is correcting. So that just goes to prove Denso is making junk mass airflows, and it's an internal circuit thing because it's responding to shock and all. Alright, that's it. I thought you would like that. I just wanted to do that because I remember doing this in the last video. Alright, see you guys. See you guys.